Oh, it's no good. Okay, Peter, think. Thinking is your best quality. What can you do to tire yourself out? I could go for a walk around the ship. No, I'm grounded to my room for spilling syrup on the steering wheel. I know. I'll go through my back catalog of all my art. So, we've got tortellini me, pretty sweet apps, corn on the bod. Oh, it's not working. Boy, I wish Gino were here. Watching him sleep makes me sleepy. That's it. Gino. Aha, gotcha. Hello? Who is this? Galaxy Burger? Gino, you have a new job? Hello? Hello? Oh man, let me try this the old fashioned way. Ginopher and dial.
Fuck off.
Darn Galaxy Burger again.
I don't know who this is, or where you got my number, but I have a strict no human interaction policy right now. So unless you want to have a conversation with the void of space after I send this geocaller out the airlock,
Cap, it's me, Peter.
please leave your message after the beep.
Oh, Cap, you're such a goof sometimes.
Beep!
Cap, I can't sleep.
What exactly am I supposed to do about it?
Well, you know how I used to watch you sleep sometimes?
Excuse me?
Oh, so you don't know.
How in the fuck would I know if you were watching me? I was asleep. Forget that. Why were you watching me sleep?
Well, sometimes I get scared or I can't sleep. Watching you sleep makes me sleepy.
So that time I found you on my bedroom floor and you said you just gotten drunk and went into the wrong room. That was you just watching me sleep, wasn't it? You know, I actually gained a tiny amount of respect for you that morning. I thought, hey great, the lanky painter finally put a few bottles away and ended up in the wrong room. But now you've taken that grain of respect and you've thrown it back into the beach. That is my disdain for you. So it's gone now, Peter. You know, you
Will
really...
you read me a bedtime story?
What?
A bedtime story. When I was a boy, when I couldn't sleep, Gammy Savage used to read to me, and I'd be out like a light.
You have got to be joking me. There is no way in hell I'm reading you a bedtime story. I have a lot on my mind right now, and the very last thing I want to do is sit here and read you Red Riding Hood or Goodnight Moon.
Oh golly gosh no, those stories are for babies. I need something with a little more substance, a little more complex and depth in the story.
You know, Bernard's got a great book on how to disassemble and reassemble the ship's toilet. That has depth. It has a little cartoon plunger, it tells you how to do it.
Please, Gino, if I don't go to sleep right now, there's no way I'm getting my standard 11 hours sleep, and I'll be a big old crankosaurus in the afternoon.
Okay, first off, nobody should be sleeping 11 hours unless they're in a coma or dead, which I'm 90% sure you are in either one of those states when you're just walking around. Secondly, you want a story? Fine, I'll give you a story. But if you're not asleep in 5 minutes, I'm out.
Yay, deal.
Alright then, let's see. Story. Okay, this one's called Handsome and Vettel.
I think I've heard this one before.
Shut up, no you haven't.
Okay, Cap.
A long, long time ago in a forest somewhere, there were these two children, a boy, Handsome, and a girl, Vettel. One day, Handsome and Vettel decided to take a walk into town. As they walked...
Okay, I have some questions. I've jotted down my thoughts so far.
Lay the fuck down. Anyway, you big freak. They took a stroll into town to see what was happening, who was hanging around, what the crack was, you know. While on the way, Handsome spotted a tiny bag of crush among the cobblestones. He could spot the stuff a mile off. I don't think we should pick it up, said Vettel. It could be a trap. Oh, Vettel, said Handsome. Don't you know I'm the smartest young man in the galaxy and everything I do is a great idea? Vettel knew he was right. After all, he is Handsome. But suddenly, Handsome noticed they were being followed as they began to follow the trail of crush bags. From behind one of the trees stepped out this large woodsman. He was a big, stupid-looking Canadian thing, and he spoke with a stupid, dull voice. The children legged it and ran so far into the woods until they could no longer see the dopey-looking woodsman. Then they came upon a house that was made entirely of alcohol. They couldn't believe their eyes. Handsome was so overjoyed he could barely contain himself. Vettel was apprehensive because she was a bit of a wuss. The two ran over to the house and started taking down bottles off the house. There was whiskey, vodka, beer, and those little shot things you get in a test tube. Suddenly, an old hag-looking woman came out from the house and snatched the two children inside. The kids knew they were in trouble and had to think quick. Handsome was overcome by the selection of fine wine and sweet, sweet alcohol. Vettel had a little more restraint and decided to try and appeal to the woman's good side. "Oh, please let us go," she cried. But it was no use. You know why it was no use, Peter? Because she was a Puritan. The hag woman preached about hell, fire and brimstone, temptation and the devil. However, she preached so loud she could be heard for miles and miles. Just when Vettel had given up hope, she realised the one thing that Handsome loved to do when full of drink: sing loudly. "Handsome, Handsome," she whispered. "I think it's time for a sing-song." Handsome began to sing louder and louder, but the Puritan came back. She shoved a bottle of whiskey in Handsome's mouth to shut him up. She made a move for Vettel, but before she could, there was a gigantic thud. The woodsman had come down to save the children. He kicked in the door, and you know what he did, Peter?
What?
He shot her head clean off.
Oh, wow. What a brave woodsman.
No, Peter, he wasn't brave. He was incredibly stupid. Do you know why he was incredibly stupid?
No.
Because he got brain matter everywhere. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get brain matter out of a command console? I spent weeks trying my hardest to clean that console. I scrubbed and I scrubbed. I even watched television late at night so that I could stay up and watch those infomercials where they try and sell you that magic sponge where you get the little wiper for free. Are you asleep? It doesn't matter, I'm still going to go. You know, you are the most unreliable security officer I've ever had, and I don't care that you're the first one. You are flatter than a plate full of piss. You are deader than 3 o'clock. Since the moment you have come into my life, I have felt like 10 stone of shit in a 5-stone bag.
Thank you for listening to our special The Green Horizon Halloween minisode, Handsome and Vettel. This episode was written by Kieran Walsh and starred Kieran Walsh as Gino Whelan and Paul Walsh as Peter Savage. Stay tuned because next week, Season 2 of The Green Horizon will premiere with its first episode November 7th. There will be 4 episodes this season, with each episode coming out Saturday at 8 PM GMT. If you can't wait that long, you can join our Patreon and get the first episode right now. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram and Podchaser. Links are provided in the descriptions. Special shout out to our wonderful patrons CC Burns and Sean McDonnell. Thank you so much, it means the absolute world to us. Thanks for listening.